Today is St. Patrick's Day, which means tonight many people will choose to celebrate with a drink.
But in our Week of Zero, in partnership with Zero Fatalities, if you're one of them, make plans ahead of time to get home safely. As Amy Nay reports, it could not only save your life, it could save someone else's.
He almost took away my life if those doctors didn't do such an amazing job keeping me alive.
Brinley Cherry is alive, but it's been a very long road to recovery. In 2015, a drunk driver blew through a stop sign in Hooper, Utah, and hit the SUV she was riding in.
1 minute we're laying in bed ready to go to bed, and then the next minute my whole world's flipped upside down, and I don't know if she's going to make it or not.
Brinley was thrown from the SUV and received massive injuries.
The whole ER room was just chaos. You could just tell there was so much chaos going on, and when you finally focus in on the room that they're focusing on and realizing it was Brinley, it totally, it just sunk me.
21 surgeries later, Brinley's adjusting to her new normal, which means being totally blind.
For the first couple months, it was really, really hard because I was really into sports and soccer and all that kind of stuff. And then just one day being able to play all of those sports to the next day, not really being able to, it was kind of hard.
The crash is hard for Brinley and her mom to talk about too, but they do it anyway.
A lot of people think that drunk driving isn't that big of a deal. If they get behind it once, it'll be fine. Nothing bad will happen. But that was not the case in my situation.
The typical DUI costs an average of $10,000, but of course it costs a lot more. You could lose your job, your license, and even worse, you could lose your life or take away someone else's.
Crashes involving drunk drivers are 4 times more likely to be fatal. 28 people die every day in an impaired crash in the U.S. That's 1 every 51 minutes.
Typically, the crashes we see where impairment is involved are pretty severe crashes.
Lieutenant Nick Street with the Utah Highway Patrol has seen his share of DUI crashes and says it really comes down to planning.
Make good decisions on the front end of a night where you're going to be consuming or using an impairing substance, and ensure that you've already got that ride home taken care of before you go somewhere else.
Brinley is all about planning too, planning her future. Right now, she's a student body officer and has dreams to go off to college. Amy Nay, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Fox 13 is a proud partner with UDOT and DPS to help end fatalities on Utah roads. We will highlight some of the dangerous behaviors behind the wheel all week. To find out more about what you can do to keep your family safe, visit zerofataliesut.com.